rocks, the trees, the base of streams, water sports and camping sites. River pictures in my mind. Living in the river, real feast for the eyes. Appreciate all that life does generate. In the river where I long to be. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mark. Hop on.
Thanks, Captain.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Okay,
Fantastic.
we're going in.
Yeah. I did some busking.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I was in Waterloo for almost 6 weeks
Really?
and did 8 hours of busking. I made $260.
All right.
Yeah. So it was really exciting.
And Waterloo is over by Kingston? Where's
Kitchener, Waterloo?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a paddle if we need to.
Yeah, where is it? Right
It's
here.
along
Okay,
the side.
Over there, where all that rock is, that's a waterfall. Sometimes you can't see right across
Oh, yeah.
in the springtime.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Yes.
Hey, that's a nice t-shirt you have there.
Oh, I love it. There's no better instruments in the world. It's my humble abode. As you can see, it's a bit of wild paradise here. Sometimes there's benefits not having a lawn tractor. Wild raspberry bushes.
All right.
all
So you're
across
making raspberry wine
here.
or
Not
blueberry
wine,
wine?
but jams.
Uh-huh.
And I don't really get enough to make wine, but if I get another 10 pounds or so, I would love to make some wine. I've made blackberry wine and black cherry. That's
I think I've had your blackberry wine.
Yeah, that was a black cherry. It was from this tree here and from that tree there.
Yeah.
Let's get in the house.
Yeah, you got some flies, don't you?
Yeah, they're little nasties around here.
Is it inland that are they on the water or all over?
I'm sorry?
The flies are inland a little bit or by the water?
I think it's just my place.
Yeah.
Because I haven't cut my grass.
Okay.
Come on in. My little piece of paradise.
There it is. Casa Mark.
Welcome to my throne in my home.
Well, I'm here with my friend Mark Grew. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, sir.
And Mark lives out here on beautiful Georgian Bay. We've been friends for 20 years almost?
Yep.
Almost 20 years. So we are near the mouth of the Moon River, the beautiful, beautiful bay and river that you saw as we were coming in. And I just wanted to talk to you briefly about how we met and how our friendship developed.
I was working at a place where you had your annual cottage.
That's right, that's Iron City Fishing Club.
And I was invited to an annual hootenanny. And I had a Kayari, it was an imitation Martin guitar, and I went and played a couple original songs. And I remember as I was going up, I looked and I thought, wow, you know, there's like 6 people sitting there with all these expensive Martin guitars and, you know, playing incredible music. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I'm in for it now. And as I'm going up, I can hear from behind me, I'm going to have to get you a real Martin. So I thought, I don't have the money for
Did I
Martin.
say that to you?
Yeah. Well, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
And then I played a couple original songs. As I was getting off the stage, I could hear from behind me. This is a Tuesday night. And I heard, once again, going to have to get you a real Martin. And I thought to myself, well, you know, that would be nice. But it was always my dream.
Right.
Because my dad always had Martin guitars in the house.
Really?
Yeah. He had a D28, a D35-6, D35-12, and a D45.
Wow.
And he bought the D45 the year that it came out back in the early 70s.
So that's how you learned guitar, from your dad?
I actually
having
am
the
self-taught.
Uh-huh.
I'm grateful to my dad that his most valuable treasured possessions, he never said a word whenever I picked them up. And he just allowed me to explore.
Right.
And I'm just so grateful for that. But
And this was your dad's house?
at my
Right.
dad's house, yeah.
Uh-huh.
When I was a teenager, I was about 14 when I first started playing guitar. And by the time I first learned my first song, I was maybe 16 or 17. But I cut a tendon in this finger here, and I can't bend this.
So you have a little bar chord there on your ring finger.
Yeah, but it limits me to a lot of things that a lot of players
you
do.
don't use this finger for playing, you use these two, or do you use your pinky at all?
No, I use all 3, but I had to teach myself how to use this finger, how to put it onto the string. And once I get it, that's one of the reasons why I love the 12 string. As long as I hit one string,
Right.
I'm going to hit them.
Right.
Otherwise, when I play on the 6th string, it sounds like I'm playing really sloppy,
Right.
like I'm always muffling it. And
So you gave me, so you earned money doing your job, and gave me money to go back and get you a 12-string Martin guitar.
well, the very next morning, the Wednesday morning, I was on my way to do a job, and I seen you walking over, and once again, you said, we're going to have to get you a real Martin. I said, well, I only got $750. That's not going to buy me a real Martin. He said, well, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
And so later in the day, I seen you again. You said, I'm working on something. And then I told you, that Thursday morning, I bumped into you again, and I told you about this finger and why I prefer a big body guitar and a 12 string. And you said, oh. So at the end of Thursday, you said, well, I got what you want. The money plus the taxes and the exchange. And then Friday, at the end of the day, you had your brother go down to the factory, pick it up, bring it, and hand deliver it.
Wow.
And it has been, I've spent thousands of hours of enjoyment on that guitar.
I know.
I've written some songs that I just have so much fun playing.
So you also have a 6-string that I gave you. And so the little Olympus recording studio, you still have that? Yep, there it is. Look at this beautiful little Olympus. And I wasn't using it. I fooled around with it a little bit, but I figured, well, Mark needs this.
Thank you.
So I remember you recorded almost all of your songs and several different versions, and I took it back and offloaded it.
Yeah, and I've been working on new material as well as just getting some of the rough edges off the older material.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to refine it too much, keep it a bit raw, but still just practice. Well, a lot of it is I need to practice because of this.
Right.
Because I just what one person might take 5 minutes might take me 10 hours to pick up.
Right. Yep.
So I've been mainly a solo artist for that reason.
Well, when I offloaded the Olympus, there was many dozens of tracks. We made a little CD for you, and I'm excited about this little documentary project. It'll be fairly amateur because I'm not a professional filmmaker, but I think we have some really good stuff already, and we're going to get some more great stuff today.
Fantastic. Early 1980s, my brother used to laugh at me because it would take me a year to write a song. And he always said, Mark, you got to write a song that's got baby, baby woo in it. You'll sell millions. So many years went by, decades went by, and now here's baby, baby woo. Baby, baby woo. I'm just your everyday guy. Average home, a steady job. Wife and kids, my family. Up at 6 to work by 8. 12 hours of sweat and strain. Food and shelter and transportation. Baby, baby, woo! Wrote the song that shot to #1. 60 months, still going strong. Got the whole world to sing along. Got this feeling coming over me. Baby, 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 woo! Learning about financial ABCs. All about the 1, 2, 3s. Learning how to invest wisely. Got this feeling coming over me. Take a look at me now. Baby, 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 woo! I play golf twice a day. I go fishing to any location. Wishing you my good love story. Got this feeling coming over me. I can hardly see. Take a look at me now. Baby, 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 woo! Baby, 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 woo! Have you got the baby, 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 woo? I got the baby, 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 woo! How about you? I was born in Toronto, and my early years back in the 60s was Queen and Spadina above the Cameron House Hotel. I remember as a kid, there used to be a milk wagon hauled by a horse that used to deliver our milk in downtown Toronto. I've lived in the north also, in northern Ontario, and I've been coming here since '68, so this is my permanent home. It has been for years now, and we're so blessed in North America here, unlike any other people in the world, so count yourself blessed.
So Mark, what's the guitar that you're holding?
It's a beautiful Martin FG 16, and it's a 12 string, and it is one of the sweetest sounding instruments you're ever going to hear. She just rings and rings and rings, and she's got such a beautiful balanced harmonics.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on here with this? It looks like you're doing kind of the Willie Nelson thing on the guitar. So you play pretty aggressively, right?
Well, I call it part of the artwork.
Well, it's a beautiful thing. I love when guitars show their natural wear.
Yeah,
So.
At first I was very leery, and then UDEC made me realize that it's made to be played.
Well, that's for sure. That's what Steve Miller always says. Scratch them up.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all about the sound, and it's about in the moment. And thank you. It's one of the greatest. A hobby is the greatest gift a person can have, and to love what you're doing is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and those around you, because you'll be much happier.
When you were in your 20s, I think, or late teens, you were offered a recording contract in Toronto?
Yeah, I was busking. At that time, I was a busker. I was in my 20s. 3 times I was offered a contract, but they wanted control. They wanted complete, utter control, tell me where I had to play, what I had to play, and so I said thank you, but no thank you. If I don't have any artistic control, I'm quite happy just playing for myself then, and my friends. Don't be apple, apple, apple. Don't be apple, 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 apple. Oh, don't be a fool. No. Don't do it. Don't go there. Don't be a fool. Stop. It's a trap. Don't be fooled. Mm-mm. Greetings. Everybody loves to love and has a big dream. Well, it takes teamwork to make the dream work. And this is you and me now. You and me, can't you see? We can do anything. great big world out there. We can overcome it. Yes, we can now. No dream, big or small. We can have it all. Hard work and growing pain. We can make great gain. You and me now. Two minds are better than one. Put us together now. Your heart and mine the same. We will build our domain. Yes, we can now. You and me. You and me now. You and me now. You and me now. We can do anything, babe. Let's start doing it. You and me now.
Mark, you don't have a boat right now, and you don't have a car, so you're here pretty much all year around, including the winter, which is rough winters. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like living here and how you get food and how you survive? And it's just amazing to me.
Living here is just paradise. It is a true piece of paradise. I have moose coming right up my windows. I have bears denning on my property. Deer eating grass here. And even the rattlesnakes are around. And winters go by very quickly for me because I've got so many interests and hobbies. I spent a lot of time on this baby here and the 6-string, and I've got a whole bunch of 4 other projects that I'm working on. I squirrel up in the when I can, buy things on sale, and I just make do.
So do you do any hunting? Do you do trapping? Anything like that?
No. Because I don't have a license.
Mm-hmm.
If I did have a license, I would consider it, but I love animals too, so it's hard.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, I'm a proud carnivore, and I love my veggies.
So how often do you actually get into town for shopping?
Depends on the year. There's been some years it was 4 times in a year, and there's other years it's once a month. So.
And you go in with a friend?
Yeah, I've got some friends locally. We all help each other out,
mm-hmm.
and it's great to have great neighbors.
While we're on the subject of living here, I'm really curious about wintertime. Does the house completely drift over with snow? Do you have to make a little tunnel out your front door?
There's some winters I don't even get outside. But I have a steel roof, so the snow slides off the roof, so I don't really have to worry about snow build. But there's been some winters where it's way steep of snow, and it's unless you're by a snowmobile or, you know, some means of skis or whatever, it can be difficult to get around. But I I don't mind the cold.
What about loneliness? Are you lonely? Do you have contact sometimes with people during the winter?
Oh yeah. I don't have too many visitors really, but I do keep in touch with you know, my dear close friends and that. As far as loneliness, I'm always too busy to be lonely. It's just not enough time. The first thing you think of about is when you hear the word "with friends like that." Well, this is my interpretation of "with friends like that." With friends like that, who you really know, who you really trust, whose love truly flows. With friends like that, who lend a helping hand, never expecting back anything in return. With friends like that, who love you as you are, who share sage advice, who'd never do you harm. With friends like that, with friends like that. Everyone needs a friend.
So is there anything else you'd like to share with the world, Mark?
Love your neighbor, love your friends, love your family. Don't sweat the small stuff. And don't let no be an obstacle when if you put everything, your heart and your soul and your whole desire into it, you can achieve if you really, really want to. It might not happen overnight. It might take decades. But if you don't give up, have the courage to put, even if it's not 1 foot ahead of the other, even if it's only one toe in front of the other, you're still moving forward. So keep moving forward.
What are you working on here, Mark?
These are lyrics from my originals. I got over 30, I think there's 35 of them here right now. It's been a labor of love over I can't believe it's 42 years of work compiled in here. It's and it's fun being a lyricist. It's a challenge to write something that other people can relate to and put themselves in that situation and where they can say, yeah, it's a joy, absolute joy. So, yeah. So maybe one day I'm going to publish them.
Thanks, Mark.